Thinking about starting a podcast today? Look no further than Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has all the tools to allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your fingertips or a computer. While hosting on Anchor, you can also distribute your podcast on multiple listening platforms that include Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, and many, many more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is free. Make sure you download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started now. See you soon. So, it's been a while since the last episode, and we got a lot to discuss. We have Henry Ruggs going 156 and hitting and killing someone. We got Boosie lashing out. We got Jada Pinkett just being Jada Pinkett, being the female Future. We got Nicki Minaj going out sad behind her rapist boyfriend, and we got Travis Scott and the Astro World fiasco. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Black by Popular Demand. My name is CJ Bowens, and today we're going to be discussing a variety of things. We're going to start little by little. I want every single celebrity to get their own individual segment. I don't want any segments mixed up, and I got a lot of celebrities to cover. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and roll this intro, and we're going to get right into it. Boosie Badass. Where do I begin? Okay, so let's just start at the top. This man has been picking with gay people since like 2015. Look, man, I don't really want to stretch this out to make it like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. He doesn't even deserve this much time, to be upfront and honest with you. I just feel like it is what it is at this point. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Boots fans ain't going to really mess with it, but I'm going to tell it how it is. When it comes to the situation with D Wade, he a better man than me, because I don't give a damn how you feel about the LGBT community. Keep my child name out your mouth. You don't get to crack jokes about my kid. Any of these grown-ass folks that has something to say about Zaya, like, I'll put my hands on you quick. If it's my kid, I don't give a damn what they identify as. Like, mine's yours. You can't be mad because I accept my child for what they are. Like, I don't really care what they identify as. Your mouth keep being slick, I'm going to identify as a murder suspect. It's really that simple. And people say, well, why is it that extreme? Or this, that, and the third. Because these kids know at a very young age what they want. And people need to stop also associating the LGBT with, like, sex. Because, bro, like, it's not all it's about. Like, I don't know where this... When people hear the word gay, they think of butt play for some reason. I don't even fucking know why at this point. I don't understand why people are, like, that sexualized. I don't get it. But, like, that's the automatic assumption that somebody digging in your ass or some shit like, it's not that. It's not always that. I don't really know what goes on behind closed doors. I don't care. I'm a straight man. I don't give a fuck. But the way a lot of these, like, I hear so much bullshit when it comes to the the people who push back against LGBT, like, it's annoying as fuck. Then Lil Nas finally said something to this man, because he picks with gay people all the time. He picked with Justin Smollett. He picked with Zaya Wade, and now he's moved on to Lil Nas X. He's been picking with him for a year, and he's like, oh, Lil Nas X is doing this, that, and the third for the kids. First of all, shut the fuck up. You don't give a damn about these kids. Let's keep it a whole stack. You don't give a fuck about these kids. And don't tell me you do. All of a sudden, I don't want my kids seeing that shit. Well, what about when you were on live telling women to put their pussy lips on live for $40? What about when you had to sue women on your live having sex? The truth of the matter is you full of shit. You don't really give a damn about the LGBT community. You're not bothered by them. You're bothered by gay men. For whatever fucking reason. As if that, as a straight man, fucking bothers you. I can walk by a homosexual man and nothing fucking happens. I'm a straight man. The story starts and ends there. And then there's all these comments where it's like, they're making it hard to be a straight man in America. No, the fuck they're not. There's never once where I've seen some shit on TV and I'm like, I'm struggling to be straight. What the fuck, bro? What are y'all talking about? If you're struggling to be straight, you're not straight. As bad as you don't want to accept that, you're not straight. I know that it sounds crazy to believe, but that's kind of the mindset I have too when it comes to when people say, oh, this is affecting kids and da-da-da-da-da. Bro, look, you stick me in a room with the purest cocaine, I'm not going to try it. You stick a crackhead in there, you see where I'm going? So when people say this, oh, kids are influenced by this and the third, and they shouldn't see this, I personally don't think kids should be seeing sex scenes in general. You don't want your kids seeing two men kiss or two women kiss? Cool. I don't want my kids seeing two people kiss at all on TV. I don't want them seeing sex at all. Neither a LGBT scene or a straight sex scene. But y'all kind of skip over that. Y'all want the kids to... You don't mind your kids seeing Prince Charming tongue down, Cinderella, but like, oh, if Prince Charming and Prince David get it on, it's the issue. No, I don't want to see it at all. Kids are kids. So, Boosie's full of shit. Oh, let's also mention the fact that he cares so much about the kids. You care so much about your kids that you went and paid a prostitute to give your son head. You don't give a fuck about these kids, man. A homosexual man is making you feel uncomfortable with your sexuality. I don't want to hear that old school shit either. It's your job to elevate your mindset. It's your job. You don't think it was some slurs I said back when I was in high school that I wouldn't dare say now? It's your job to evolve as a person. I don't want to hear that. And that's the same excuse that we use in today's society. That goes beyond celebrities, because fuck what Boosie talking about. We have this mentality when it comes to homophobic or racist ass parents for, my Caucasian viewers or listeners, that, oh, that's just how they were when they were old. They were old school. I love my grandfolks to death, but there's certain shit I won't accept. I won't accept homophobia. I don't give a damn what the Bible says. I will not accept racism. I don't give a damn what happened. I won't accept it. It's not my job to accept you for who you are. Certain mindsets should change. There's also this whole mentality of, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Being cool with gay people doesn't mean I'm going to spend the night at James Charles' house. It does not mean that. It does not mean I'm finna go perform Industry Baby with Lil Nas X. I'm not finna be in no shower with suds running down me, dancing. People take it to the extreme. I can be cool with gay people and also enjoy my lifestyle. People feel like you have to be the extreme. You have to be homophobic or you're gay. And that's nowhere near the case. I don't have to pick a fucking side. I can love my LGBT friends and be a straight man. Anybody can. That shit is weird. And as a straight man, if you feel the need to always be in a gay man's business, I'll look at you like you gay. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but you look gay to me. And that's all I really have to say on that, on Boosie. Get your act together, bro. If you're gay, come out the closet. If you're not, leave these gay folks alone and get your money. We're going to move on to the next segment. We're going to talk about Mr. LaFlame. We're going to talk about Mr. Travis Scott and what the fuck he got going on and his weak-ass fan base and the bullshit they're defending. Stay tuned. So, as I'm recording now, they're finding out more and more details about the Astroworld tragedy that did occur last weekend. It was a highly anticipated event. Everybody, at least at one point, definitely wants to go to an Astroworld concert because it's lit. They're very, very turnt concerts, right? Travis Scott, as much as I do not like him right now, and I'm not going to even say I don't like him for the situation, but I don't like his approach to it. As much as I do not like him, he's a hell of a performer. My issue with him is the fact that you encourage riots, you encourage chaos, and you purposely cut down on security because it saves you more money in the long run. This is where our issue resides. Now we have a situation indirectly because, and it's not your fault, but it is your fault, right? Because hell, you can't account for somebody running around and injecting somebody with drugs, probably fentanyl, because it's the only thing that's going to make you go into cardiac arrest that fast. You can't control that. However, you can put more security in there so shady ass niggas like that can't make it into the concert. You also cannot, tell people to tear down your gates to get to the concert and everything like that. You also can stop your set when people fall down. Of course, there are videos now surfacing of him telling everyone, hey, stop. But when it first happened, you didn't stop your set, Mr. LaFlame. Not to mention the whole set just looks fucking demonic. There's videos of him looking like he's staring into the crowd while someone's passing out, and he's just like humming to him like it's a eulogy or some shit. Like, the whole thing was fucking sick. And I don't mean on no sicko mode, this was dope type shit. No, the shit looks really weird and out of place. And I think the part that kind of pisses me off the most is not even him himself. His comments were bullshit as well, and they were super demonic, and we're not going to really speak on that here. But the fans were, it's like, it's not his fault, and this, that, and the third. Dude, he's purposely cut out security. Anything that happens at that point is your fault. You don't have the necessary security. You did that on purpose. Stop acting dumb. You didn't purposely leave out this much security. All venues have a set amount of insurance to help you curve whatever happens. But it's still your job to load your concerts with security. Have it tighter than Fort fucking Knox, bro. He doesn't. Also, for the people that don't know, he's a repeat offender. He's been charged with disorderly conduct. He's been charged with inciting a mob. This ain't his first go around. Hell, with COVID and shit going around, enforce security. Enforce spacing. Be responsible, goddamn. So for all these people saying, oh, it wasn't his fault, shut the fuck up. You just don't want this bum ass nigga, this E. coli looking ass nigga, this nigga that looks like a fucking bacteria cell with locks to get canceled. And believe me, he's not gonna get fucking canceled. He's made too much money. But holding him accountable, is that not realistic? Cause shit, anybody else does this shit. They pay them. We demonize heavy metal music for the same shit. We call it demonic and shit. But because it's Travis Scott, oh, it wasn't his fault and he was just this and that. Though I think the worst part for motherfuckers like this is gonna revolve around the entire accountability episode. We're quick to compare some bullshit. Oh, what about that time when Michael Jackson did this? He stood completely still and 23 people died. First of all, that shit didn't happen. 23 people didn't fucking die. You can go look this shit up. That's a lie. That's one. For two, he had security. He had that bitch tighter than Fort Knox, like I said. He wasn't inciting it. The man, like you said, was literally standing there doing fucking nothing. And people was passing out. They weren't trampling over each other. They were starstruck. It's a whole fucking difference. No one ran on the stage and told him, hey bro, people passing out. And he didn't shoo him off the stage. The man literally sat there like the fucking icon he is and took in the crowd and them motherfuckers was passing out. Cause he's the fucking GOAT. That's why. Like he's the GOAT, bruh. He didn't have to do anything. So when people are trying to compare, yeah, first of all, when you guys be trying to defend these shitty ass actions, y'all be picking some shitty ass examples that don't even correlate with the situation. If you at least used a death metal concert or one of these mosh pits, yeah, you would have had a valid point. But y'all be using the shittiest examples that make people just want to tell you to shut the fuck up. Stop talking. Hold the man accountable. Moving on, we got Nicki Minaj and a rapist ass boyfriend. That one's gonna be fun. Gonna hurt a lot of Barb's feelings, but yeah, that one's gonna be fun. Go ahead and stay tuned for me. Nicki fucking Minaj, bro. I'm running out of disrespectful shit to say about this woman. Like, oh my God. This is probably the worst group when it comes to like taking accountability. The woman herself doesn't take accountability. She's never taken accountability for any of the shit that she's done. She stopped other celebrities' bags. She doesn't give homage or credit to any other celebrity as if she was the first of her kind to come about. Shout out to Lil' Kim. She's a dickhead. In both the industry and in real life. And it's like she's always quick to say, oh, well, I didn't do anything. And I didn't do, like, oh my God, bro. Let's start at the top. She made it seem like Meek Mill was the problem when she, coincidentally left him around the time him and Drake got to beefing. Now, Meek is a walking Ellen himself, so I can't blame her for that. But then you got with this sick ass, demented ass bum named, his last name, I think his name is Kenneth Petty or some shit like that. Turns out this man has multiple rape cases. One of the rape cases where he held a knife to some chick's stomach and made her come back to the apartment and he raped her. She did a rape kit. She did all this and she did all that. Now, what's crazy is this ain't even her first run-in with rapists, bro. Like, her brother's a rapist, a convicted rapist, mind you. Paid for his lawyers, said he was innocent, knowing damn well he wasn't. Got mad at people for calling him out on his bullshit. Then we found out he was a rapist. You go quiet. Shut the fuck up. Just completely shut up. I want to say she shut down her Twitter too. Then you come out the scene with another fucking rapist. You tried to bully this woman into giving a public apology as if this woman didn't do a fucking rape kit. And for all my women out there who've been assaulted, I'm pretty sure you know how disgusting a rape kit can leave you feeling. You tried to offer this woman hush money, then turn around, threaten her. Now y'all going to court. She got all of this documented, all of this in 4K. Now you trying to prove you ain't got no fucking money? You're down bad. Let's not even mention the fact that she went on to lay up with this rapist, have a child with this rapist. You're down horrific for a rapist. I want to ask the Barbs or the women who like Nicki Minaj, how the fuck do you defend this woman at this point? How? How do you defend her? There's nothing redeemable about what she's doing because it's her nigga. She can find another one of them. She married the rapist. Big shocker there. She married a rapist. Now she posing in pictures trying to look fucking broke. So she doesn't have to pay this woman $20 million. Because he already did the time. How do y'all keep defending this woman? How do you not hold her accountable? People quick to say, you don't know these celebrities in real life. No, we don't. We don't. That's another reason for you not to defend them. The reason I bash celebrities like Nicki because it's not even like some abnormal shit. We'll have people in real life doing this shit. And I feel like if you support somebody like this that you don't even know, how many people in your life are doing it for real? She's down fucking horrific, astronomical, cataclysmic, galactic, whatever adjective you want to use to describe how down bad she is. She's that down. I've run out of like I said earlier, I've run out of disrespectful ass shit to say about this woman because at this point, her career needs to fucking die. She's tarnishing that beautiful ass career that she built up for a rapist. This is the hill you want to die on, Nicki, Onika, whatever the fuck your name is, whatever, Roman with the twitches and shit. Like, this is what you destroying your career for, bro? Is it worth it? Like, is it? Seriously, is it worth it? I'm not even gonna flex like I was a fan of hers. Like, I genuinely was a fan of Travis. I don't really see myself listening to him much now. Like, he has a couple songs I'd play, but his music just not for me. I'm thankful that he brought Don Toliver to the world. But, like, I'll never pretend like I was a huge fan of Nicki, but, like, this shit is disappointing as fuck to see how far she's fallen. The whole Young Money team in general has fell to a point where I can't even really respect them, bro. And I grew up on this group. Like, Drake and Tiger, Nicki, Nicki married a rapist. Drake likes little kids. Tiger was basically talking to Kylie before she was legal. Like, the group is walking in. And then there's Lil Wayne. Balding as fuck. And then there's Birdman. still kissing on niggas and bald as fuck. Like, you can't win in this group. Tighten up. I wish I could add some comedic effect to this, but the shit is just getting sad now. Tighten the fuck up. So, we're going to wrap this up with Henry Ruggs, and then we're just going to just have a small word on accountability and how to apply it in real life, bro. Stay tuned. So, we've come to the end of the show here, and I wanted to touch on this last because his situation is a bit different. Of course, the guy I'm talking about here is Henry Ruggs. For those of you who do not know, Henry Ruggs was a 2020 first-round draft pick out of Alabama, wide receiver, that was drafted to the Raiders. So what happened with him isn't really an easy situation to talk about. And of course, coming into this, I wanted to be super hard on him, but with everything that he's going through, it's like, bro, nothing I say here is going to be harder than anything that judge will say to him in that courtroom. Henry Ruggs got into a car, intoxicated. He was doing over 100. He was doing 156. On the road, he hit a woman. They flew 500 feet from the impact zone, the impact spot. And he broke his hip or whatever. His girlfriend went home with chest injuries, but the woman he hit, she didn't die on impact. She literally burned to death. When they ran his BE, it was twice the limit. It was double over the legal limit. So I don't really have much to say on him. I have more to say about the people that defend him. This isn't a racial issue. Yes, the system does pick on black people like myself and all of you guys listening. Yes, they do. However, we have to start holding our people accountable. And that's what this episode is about in general. There's a lot of situations where the system is stacked against us and there's not a damn thing we can do. It's a lot of them. We know how the shit went with Emmett Till. It went down. It was wrong. And so many other cases. But the system's not always out to get us, bro. Sometimes it's okay to admit your fellow black people fucked up. It is okay. It's okay to hold our people accountable. That don't mean we tearing them down. It's okay. I feel like we've gotten to the point where it's so much shit that happens to us that we don't even see the shit that black people do wrong. We're not no perfect group of people. We not. We can't support each other even when we wrong. I'd be damned if I support R. Kelly or Bill Cosby or anybody else who knowingly did what the fuck they did. It's okay for black people to be wrong, bro. It is okay. It's okay for you to say, nah, I can't co-sign that. I can't co-sign what Henry Ruggs did. And I'm not finna sit up here and have people go, y'all act like y'all ain't never got in the car and did over 90. I've never in my life got in the car drunk and did over 100 miles per hour. That's responsible. It's responsibility. Because I understand how that would make my mother feel if I died that day. How I can make someone else's mother feel if I killed them, whether they be in a car beside me or whether they be in a car that I hit. You have to understand your impacts. I also want to slightly touch on Aaron Rodgers and his situation. He's a prime example of not taking accountability for anything. So this offseason, he's going to leave the Green Bay Packers as if for the reason of they haven't brought him any weapons. First of all, most of their cap is tied up in Aaron Rodgers. Second of all, the man had 2,000-yard rushers. He also has a top 3 receiver in Davante Adams. Now, fast forwarding to now, he catches COVID. We find out he's unvaccinated, which is no problem with me. I'm unvaccinated as well. Here's the issue. When he was asked if he was vaccinated, he said, I'm immunized. Which, if anyone else tells you that, that means you're vaccinated, right? So we find out he's unvaccinated. He said, I said I was immunized. I didn't say I was vaccinated. You're being a dickhead. You're being a fucking dickhead. We shouldn't have to specify what immunized means. We shouldn't. You're being a dickhead. So when they find this stupid ass, he deserved it. I don't want to hear people say, well, that's not right because this, that, and the third. Man, fuck out of here. He was being a little wise ass. He was being a little smart ass. And they said, okay, we got something for you. They hit him with that little $14K that's pocket change to him. Fuck it. Whatever. He didn't get bashed like Kyrie got bashed. Kyrie told you up front, I'm not getting the vaccination. They killed him. They castrated him in the media. Tried to trade him. They did this, that, and the third. Now all of a sudden, the New York is going to lift the vaccine mandate. They want him back. If I'm Kyrie, I wouldn't come back. Fuck them people. We have to learn how to hold people accountable in real life and everything. We can't keep saying, oh, well, that's how they are. Or, well, this, that, and the third. No. My friends included, if you listen to this, hold me accountable for some stupid decisions that I make. I try not to make any stupid decisions. But if I make some and, consequences do brew, hold me accountable. That's what real friends are for. That's what family does. Not sweep it under the rug or say, oh, that's what it is what it is. No, hold me accountable and tell me I'm wrong. I feel like people in 2021 have been afraid to tell people they're wrong because they fear conflict or friction. I don't run from friction. I don't run from conflict. I guess is why I'm doing my podcast now. Like, I don't have a problem expressing my opinion if I feel like something is wrong or right. I don't feel no ways about that. I'm not saying that you have to agree with me. This podcast isn't for people to agree or disagree with me, You're free to express your opinion. But everyone doesn't have the power to voice their opinion. And I realize that more and more as time goes on. I'm like, why do people not really express how they feel? Or I have people that tell me how they felt way after the fact. And I'm like, well, why didn't you say anything then? Well, they wouldn't have liked it. So what? I just want, for whoever is listening to this, I want you to take a step out. Maybe voice your opinion on something today. You never know who might need that. That's going to wrap up today's episode of Accountability. Be sure to follow me on all of my socials. Follow me on Snapchat, Instagram. Follow the Spotify. The link will be below. And thank you for listening. I'm out.